Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Candy's Cozy Couch. My name is Candace, and my nickname is Candy. That's how I came up with that really challenging name. Yep, at least I think it's pretty challenging. All right, maybe not so much challenging, but the story tonight you will find there's a lady who did something very challenging and was very good at it. But right now, let me get ready. Now, this about to sound bad, but we gonna do it anyway. It's time for the checklist. It's time for the checklist. It's time for the checklist. Just like this. I know. Put the recorder down. All right. Let's get to the checklist now. Let's get to the checklist. Did you have dinner? Are your bellies full? Check. Did you clean your room? Your bedroom clean? Or any other chores that need to be done? Check. Got your homework done? Did you do your homework? Get your homework done? Check. Did you pick out your clothes that you're going to be wearing for tomorrow? Check. Did you take your bath or your shower? Check. Did you brush your teeth? Gotta have fresh breath and gleamy, shiny teeth. Check. Did you put your night light on so that you can see if you have to get up in the middle of the night? Check. Are you wearing your favorite PJs, snug as a bug in the rug, under your blankets, ready for a good night of sleep? Check. Did you give your I love yous, hugs, kisses, and smooches to your family members and your friends? And pets, of course. Check. What else? What else? What else? Did you brush your hair, comb your hair, tie up your hair? Are you wearing a nightcap? Tonight I chose not to wear it, but I'll probably put it on later. Check. What else? What else? What else? I think that's everything. Did you say your prayers? If you haven't said your prayers, make sure you say them before you go to sleep. Check. All right. Of course, it's Black History Month. Special books about awesome people this month. This one is Counting on Catherine. How Catherine Johnson Saved Apollo 13 by Helene Becker and Dow Fumaruk. And I'm always messing up names, but that's all right. All right. The bold story of Catherine Johnson, the extraordinary mathematician who calculated the flight path for NASA's first Apollo moon landing. That's what it says on the back cover of the book. So let's get to it. I like this page. I'm going to show it. She's doing all that calculation. You guys see that? Counting on Catherine. Catherine loved to count. She counted the steps to the road, the steps up to the church, the number of dishes and spoons she washed in the bright white sink. Catherine loved to count. She did a lot of counting. The only thing she didn't count were the stars in the sky. Only a fool, she thought, would try that. Even so, the stars sparked her imagination. What was out there? Catherine yearned to know as much as she could about numbers, about the universe, about everything. Everything. Ooh. Catherine's boundless curiosity turned her into a star student. She was so bright, she skipped 3 whole grades. She catapulted right past her brother. He wasn't too happy about that. Ooh-wee. Go, Catherine. Go ahead. Go, Catherine. Go ahead. By the time she turned 10, Catherine was ready for high school. But back then, America was legally segregated by race. Her town's high school didn't admit black students of any age. Catherine turned burned with fury. She wanted more than anything to keep learning. There was still so much to know. Yes, indeed. Keep on learning. Don't let their little rules stop you. Count on me, Catherine's father told her. By working night and day, he earned enough money to move the family to a town with a black high school. So they came from White Sulphur, yeah, I guess I'm saying that right, Springs, West Virginia, and ended up at the Institute in West Virginia. So they had to move to get to where they needed to be so that Catherine could have the education that she needed. Catherine loved her school. She was good at every subject, but math was still her favorite. She dreamed of becoming a research mathematician, making discoveries about the number patterns that are the foundations of our universe. In those days, though, there were no jobs as research mathematicians for women. Professions most available to them were teaching and nursing. So Catherine became an elementary school teacher. She liked her job and she loved her students, but she never stopped dreaming about exploring numbers. In the 1950s, the U.S. government's National Advisory Committee on Aeronautics, or NASA, hired thousands of new employees. It even started hiring black women as mathematicians. Catherine heard about the mathematician's job. Her heart raced with excitement. Perhaps her dream could come true after all. But when she applied for one of the positions, she was told they were already filled. Catherine had to wait a whole year until new spots opened up. Her patience paid off. She got the job. Good for her. Patience. Patience. Gotta have patience. A few years later, the Soviet Union sent a rocket ship into space, launching a space race with the United States. NASA was rolled into a new space agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. So they changed it from the C to the S. Catherine now found herself at the heart of America's space program. She worked as a computer. Electronic computers were not widely used yet. Calculating long series of numbers, all the computers were women. They were given the tasks that men thought were boring and unimportant. That didn't stop or bother Catherine. She knew that without her calculations or contributions, a spaceship couldn't reach its destination nor safely return to Earth. So they have very important jobs, even though the guys thought they were boring. Pish tosh. All right, fellas. Here's why. Sending a rocket ship into space is like throwing a ball into the air. At first, the force of the throw sends the ball up, up, up. But as the energy runs out, the ball's path curves back toward the ground. Where it lands depends on what angle it was thrown and how high and how fast it flew. Because math is a kind of language, Catherine could ask those questions. How high would the rocket ship go? And how fast would it travel? Using numbers. And numbers would provide the all important answers. Where would it land? To find out, Catherine plotted the numbers she calculated on a graph. When she joined the points together, they formed a curved line. At one end of that line was Earth at the time the rocket ship launched. At the other was where Earth would be when the ship landed. Doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. And yay. Catherine's reputation for accuracy and strong leadership skills. She was known for asking plenty of questions. Got her promoted to Project Mercury, a new program designed to send the first American astronauts into space. Mercury's mission were going to be dangerous. So dangerous that even the project's star astronaut John Glenn refused to fly unless Catherine okayed the numbers. You can count on me, she said. Glenn's spacecraft, Friendship 7, orbited Earth 3 times and returned home safely. Glenn became a national hero. Yay. Catherine was promoted again. Now she was asked to calculate the flight paths for Project Apollo, the first flights to the moon. Count on me, she said. On July 20th, 1969, the Apollo 2 astronauts the Apollo astronauts walked on the moon. Their feat was celebrated around the world. More triumphs followed. Apollo 12 rocketed to the moon in November 1969. So they just kept on coming. Just kept on coming. Kept on coming. That's what I'm talking about. Apollo 13 launched on April 11th, 1970. But on the third day of Apollo 13's flight, the worst thing happened. An explosion in space. Could the crippled spaceship make it to the moon? And if it didn't, would it be able to get back home to Earth? The 3 astronauts on board were in grave peril. Commander Jim Lovell told Mission Control, Houston, we've had a problem. Oh no. What are we gonna do? I should say, what are they going to do? Oh no. Back on Earth, Katherine Johnson got a phone call. Her flight path calculations would have to be done all over again, and perfectly. It would be the toughest challenge of her life. Catherine told Mission Control, you can count on me. She rolled up her sleeves, took a deep breath, and began doing the math. She worked hard and fast. A few hours later, Catherine's calculations were finished. The flight path to return home would take the ship around the far side of the moon. From there, the moon's gravity would act like a slingshot to zing the ship back to Earth to get home. The crew of Apollo 13 would have to follow Catherine's course exactly by burning off fuel at precise intervals. If the astronauts made a mistake, their ship would drift through space forever. Oh, no. Forever is a long time. So hopefully her calculations work. Catherine waited anxiously to hear the astronauts report. Finally, it crackled over the loudspeaker. We've got it! Apollo 13 was back on track. Yay! She did it! Her calculations saved the day. Katherine Johnson had done it. She brought Apollo 13 home. She was no longer the kid who dreamed of what lay beyond the stars. She was now a star herself. Oh, yay, Katherine Johnson! Awesome. Black woman, mathematician, computer calculator, numbers cruncher for NASA. So that's awesome. Also, Hidden Figures is a cool movie, and she is one of the 3 highlighted women that worked for NASA, because she wasn't the only woman that worked for NASA, but she was one of the very few Black women that worked for NASA back then. Yes. All right, boys and girls, that was an awesome story. Awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and get you guys ready to dream your special dreams. You can dream that you're like Katherine Johnson. Why not? All you have to do is close your eyes, whisper to yourself what you would like to dream about, and then just drift off to sleep. Get yourself all comfy and cozy, snug as a bug in a rug, in your blankets and your warm PJs. Relax and let your body sink deep into your bed. Then drift off to sleep, off to dreamland where you can dream your special dream. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.